Good morning. I'm Marcia Bencala. Welcome to our Sunday morning meditation. We'll have about 20 minutes of silence. So go ahead and settle in. Release whatever might have been on your mind to get you here. Move into your heart space and take a deep breath in and out. And know with me that the presence of the divine is closer than that breath. if your mind has wandered off in thought, take a breath in and come back to center. little by little, come back into the awareness of your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. May all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be free. Namaste. Thank you. Our service will begin at 10:30.
Good morning, CSL San Jose. Please rise and join us in our opening song this morning. Here we go. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 everybody. Make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey. Thank you, praise team and house band. Oh my goodness, it's so good to be here. How is everybody? A little brisk outside, yes? I like it. Very, very happy about that. So welcome to Center for Spiritual Living San Jose. I am Reverend Rasheryl McCreary. I'm so glad to see you here. So glad you're here today. Oh my goodness, it's been a big month already, hasn't it? Lots going on. So I just want to acknowledge our beloved Simon Russell is back with us. You'll learn more about him later. So here's our musical inspiration today. So that is delightful. And hey, y'all up there. So good to see folks up there. And hello to the people online. So let me tell you what's going to happen today. So Reverend Marcia Bencala did the meditation. Thank you, Reverend Marcia, for doing the meditation, hosting that, facilitating. Les Lindop, come on up. You're doing the call to service. Spencer Nasser is doing the invocation, and they are coming up now. Oh, I'm supposed to do two things before I walk away, though. One is to let you know that we are live streaming on YouTube, and so
thank you. Sorry.
We are live streaming on YouTube, and so please join our YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and hey to all of those who are watching. And also, the office is closed tomorrow. We had a big event this last week with Marianne Williamson, and so we are closed tomorrow to give people a chance to catch their breath. All right. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Let's just take this time to begin to settle in for our service today. Take a deep breath.
I feel love. I feel the love that is the connection between all of us. The love that is the all that some of us call God. I feel the strength and the beauty of Source. This beautiful tapestry that weaves together all that is, of which we are a part. I feel connection as part of this beautiful all God. I know myself to be part of this all, unique yet connected, different yet the same, an individual expression of God here, communing with all of you and everything. I know love and peace for myself and for the world. I know the blessings of this community. I know the beauty of the connections that we share, the beauty of the energy that we create and expand out into the field that impacts everyone. I have boundless gratitude for just for being here. I get to be here. I know the joy of getting to be here in this presence, in this all made up of what is God's stuff. As my individual contribution and expression of God. I know this connection, I know this beauty, and I know this place we are today as a place of expansion for all of us. I say these words with immense gratitude, and I release my words into the action of law, knowing that it's already so. And so it is.
Thank you. Good morning. Now we're going to take the beautiful energy of connection that we had from that prayer, and we're going to stand and co-create our statement of being. So please join me. We believe that life is good, that God is all there is, and that love is the only power. We are a welcoming and inclusive community of inspired individuals caring for and about each other and the entire planetary family, bringing the gifts of active compassion and kindness to the world. Our purpose is to transform lives, build dreams, and reveal God through education, music, prayer, service, generosity, and play. And while you're standing, I invite you to meet some of your neighbors in the room. Meet and greet. Hello, neighbor. These are my show shoes. All right, lovely friends. I would like to take this moment to introduce our guest artist today, our guest musician. Although he is not a stranger to our center, he's a regular guest artist. Simon Russell is a singer, pianist, composer, and lyricist who has been performing music for the last 37 years. And he performs internationally with world-class musicians. And when I say world-class, I mean like Pete Escovedo, Quincy Jones, like big, big names in music recognize our Simon in the world. And among his many interests is teaching music. He's been teaching music all over the Bay Area for the last 19 years. But something that I wanted to share with you today that isn't even in his bio yet, but we went and had a little chat. He is on the verge of beginning his second nonprofit organization. This one is called Sound Horizons. And it is a nonprofit organization that is going to be providing after-school music programs to youth in need. So keep a lookout for that after Sound Horizons, and turn your attention to Simon Russell.
Hello, everyone. We're going to do a song that I came across called You Know My Name. And it's just one of those tearjerkers, but we'll see if we can get through it. You know my name. You know my name. You know my name. You know my name. Oh, how you talk with me. Oh, how you walk in me. Oh, how you live me. Call me your own.
You know my
to you. Here in your presence, I am made new.
So now I pour out my heart to you. Here in your presence, I am made new.
You know my name. You know my name. You know my pain. You know my name.
Woo. Oh my goodness. Simon, thank you so much. Praise team, thank you so much. And house band, thank you. What a beautiful song. Yes. So touching. What I love about that song is that it speaks to the understanding that there is something so much greater than we are that created us and that knew our name since before the beginning, knew our name since before the beginning, before we ever took form. That is an awesome thing to know, that there is that which loved us into creation and knows our name. So today is October 20th. Can you believe the month is over? It's unbelievable. The month is almost over. We are 10 weeks from the end of the year. And how did we get here? How is that possible? What'd you say? I know, 2025 is like chomping at the bit to get to us, right? Oh my goodness. So this month, October, we are talking about boundless gratitude. Boundless gratitude, right? Yes, Kim, I love the posture you just struck. It is that openness, that receptivity, that knowingness, that gratitude, that when we have boundless gratitude, we have boundless abundance. When we have boundless giving thanks, we have boundless experiences to be thankful for, right? Boundless gratitude unlocks boundless abundance. And so just to give a little recap on how we've talked about this theme this month, the first week I invited you to dance with gratitude and appreciation. I don't know if you recall that. Gave you a few practices to consider doing, like keeping a gratitude journal, looking at all the things in your life that you are grateful for, that you appreciate, and that gratitude comes from the inside. It's something that bubbles up from the inside. Appreciation is an external expression of gratitude when we appreciate someone or thank them or praise them, right? And then in week 2, last week, I talked about the why me. Remember that? Why me, right? And there are multiple ways you can frame that little statement. You could go, why me? Like, why is this happening to me, right? Or you could go, why me? Which is really an amplified version of why is this happening to me, right? Or you could say, why me? Right? Which is like, wow, I get to do this. And so we talked about how when you're in that why me or why me, that is a victim state, right? That's what Michael Beckwith calls kingdom one consciousness, where things external are happening to me. I'm a victim of external things that are happening to me, right? And when you are in that state, even though it may seem like things are happening to you, but when you're in that state, you just invite more and more and more and more things to happen to you, right? And what we know about life is that things are going to happen, and you may be involved in them, but they may not be happening to you. Like, it's not personal to you. The pandemic was not personal to you, right? It's something that we all experienced in various ways. And so the way to shift that is to shift out of that victim consciousness, is to move to, why me? Why me? Right? Which is putting yourself in the driver's seat. It's saying, whoa, I have a choice here. Wait a second, I can decide how I'm going to respond to this. As Spencer and I talked about right before this, I can decide that I'm grateful for this thing, or I get to do this, versus this is happening to me. I get to figure out, how do I navigate through this conflict? I get to figure out, how do I deal with this difficult person? I get to figure out how this, that, or the other, right? Are y'all following me? Yeah? And so that moves you into Kingdom 2, which puts you right in the driver's seat of your life, where you are making choices, you are making decisions, you are looking at how you can co-create your life and transform your circumstances. So today I'm talking about invitation to transformation. How gratitude is an invitation to transformation. Now, transformation is defined as a thorough or dramatic change in form or appearance. Right? A thorough or dramatic change in form or appearance. It is a metamorphosis, right? A change of the form or the nature of a thing or a person by supernatural means, by natural or supernatural means, right? Where something other than the natural has to occur to have that transformation happen. And let's talk about exactly how gratitude does that. So gratitude, if you were to ask the question, how does gratitude change some of the things in my life, some of the forms in my life, some of the things in my life that I'm experiencing that maybe I don't want to experience? Maybe I'm ready for them to be over, right? Maybe I'm ready for them to move on. Maybe I'm ready to be out of this, right? So how does gratitude change that? Well, the first thing that gratitude does is it puts you in the driver's seat. It puts you in the driver's seat in your life, just like I just said. It puts you in the driver's seat of your life and your experience. You are choosing now to shift your focus to that which you desire, or you're choosing to shift your focus to the things in your life, the threads in your life, the places in your life that you can be grateful for, right? So let's say you're in a relationship and it's not going the way you want. Right? It's something about it is not working. Maybe it's a toxic relationship. Maybe it's dysfunctional. And yet you're in this relationship. It could be at work, someplace where it's like you have to sort of show up every day and deal with that. And so one of the practices you can do to get into the driver's seat is begin to look for, in this relationship that is really getting on my nerves, what is the thread? What is one thing I can be grateful for? And it's like, oh, I can be grateful for my coworkers' muffins that they bring into work, right? I can be grateful for the way my assistant has things ready for me when I come in. I can be grateful for how we laugh when we're getting a cup of coffee, right? You looking for what are the things I can legitimately and authentically be grateful for in the relationship. And what that does is it begins to shift your focus and shift your awareness and shift your attention and shift your energy into the positive, right? Into something that's positive, into something that's generative. Because if you're only living in the dysfunction, oh, they did that, now they did that, now this thing happened, now they're doing that, da-da-da, and then you get your backup singers to sing along with you, right? Your backup singers that you meet with, and you talk about it, and you get on the phone, and you get on the text, and you talk about that person, and you talk about that person, and what they did and what they didn't do, right? And you're harmonizing, right? And you're riffing, right? And so what you're doing is actually you're locking in and creating more and more and more of that. You're just creating more of that. So basically what you're doing is you're now creating the very thing that you do not want to experience, versus disengaging from that very seductive toxicity and choosing what is the one thing that I truly appreciate about this relationship, about this person, about this individual. And then go all in on that, just hone in on that. And if you hone in on that, you'll find more things and more things and more things that you like about the person or your job or whatever it is, right? And we know that then precedes real transformation, because you have now changed your thinking, and so now you can change your experience, right? Y'all following me? Yeah? So the other thing is when you are grateful, it is really a leap of faith. Because here's what happens. Typically, we're grateful when something has happened in our lives that we wanted or that we desired, a long-held dream or goal has come to be, or we get a happy surprise, a glad surprise of something that's happened in our life, an experience. Maybe we got a windfall of money. Maybe we got a promotion. Maybe our relationship took a turn, and now it's exactly where we want it to be. We reconcile with our children, right? Anything that's come up in your life, you got a good health diagnosis, right? These things come up. And so when we have these kinds of experiences, our natural instinct, our natural next step is to go, oh, thank God. Thank you, right? To feel that gratitude that comes from the inside out, right? Now, what happens if we do that before the thing happens? Right? So before the thing happens, before you get the good diagnosis, before you get the check, before you get the great relationship, before any of that happens, if you get to, oh, thank God for this thing. Oh, thank God my health is good. Oh, thank God. Oh, my God. Thank you. Right? I'm so grateful. Right? That feeling of gratitude, it amplifies and it amplifies and it amplifies, and it has great health benefits. Right? It can lower your blood pressure. It lowers your stress levels. It amplifies happiness, right? And it becomes the engine that fuels the transformation by taking that step of faith, that practice of faith, by being grateful before you're actually having the experience, is actually what Jesus said in Matthew when he said, pray, if you pray for a thing, pray believing you have it, and it will come to you, right? Pray believing it's already done. Right, so you're praying with the end in mind. If you're a Neville Goddard person in the audience here, right, you're praying with the end in mind, right? And when you begin to do that, when you practice gratitude for the thing that's not even here, and I mean authentic gratitude, I don't mean glossed over, spiritual bypass, nicey, fake positive. That's not what I'm talking about. Toxic positivity. That's not it, right? That authentic gratitude for something that has not yet happened. By continuing to do that, here's what you do to kick off transformation, right? You're beginning to stoke the energy of what you desire. You're beginning to have the feelings as though it was already here. You're giving thanks for it as though it was already here. And you begin to radiate the vibration of the thing that you desire. Right? The law of radiance kicks in. The law of radiance kicks in. So now all of your cells and all of your organs and all of the molecules of your being are radiating to that thing, whether it's health, whether it's more money, whether it's great relationships, whatever it is, you're radiating to that. And so the law of attraction must deliver. It must deliver. It's going to deliver what you radiate, not what you fakey say. Right? You can't, and here's the thing, this is the talk I've been trying to give, but every time I have this talk title, something happens, so I'm just going to say it. You can't fool the law, right? You cannot fool the law, right? You can fool other human beings. You can maybe fool yourself for a little while, but you cannot fool the law. So it doesn't matter how nice you are and how much you smile. It doesn't matter how great you look and how polished everything is. Your heart, your spirit, your subconscious is read by the law, and it will deliver exactly what it reads. Exactly what it reads. You cannot fool the law, right? And so here's the great thing about that is if you can't fool the law, stop trying. Right? I fought the law and the law won every single time. It's going to win every single time. You cannot fool it. So, and here's the thing. So I'm going to do a little riff here on integrity because, people think a lot of times integrity can be a performative act, right? Like I'm acting like I'm in integrity because I'm doing these things that people can see that appear to be in integrity, and that is an aspect of it, right? But when you go deeper into it, it is about being in alignment with wholeness. It is about being in alignment with what's true, capital T true, right? Integrity is rooted in wholeness. It is about wholeness. So you can't put a perfect face out here and do all the great performative things, and then in the background or in your heart or in the quiet moments, you're not in alignment with wholeness. You're looking at lack, you're speaking lack, you're talking lack, you're stoking fear, you're criticizing, you're gossiping. You're doing all this stuff in the background. That's out of integrity, right? It's out of integrity. And so when we begin to just give thanks and find gratitude and reasons to be grateful and the things that we can truly be grateful for, then we begin to invite transformation into our lives. We activate the law that brings us that very thing that we are grateful for. And it brings us more of that and more of that and more of that and more of that, right? And so here's my invitation to all of you, is to really carefully look at your life. And look at whatever, those of you who've taken classes with me know that I call areas of life your schools of life, because typically we have a school of life, some area in our life that is a challenge, that can present a challenge to us, right? And I call that your school of life because that is the area where you have some learning and growth to do, right? It could be the thing that's up in your face right now. It could be health. Health is an example of a school of life. Right? So if right now you have a diagnosis or some health things that you're working on, my invitation to you to transform this is to right now give thanks for perfect health. Give thanks for even a diagnosis that you do not want, because it's letting you know something's wrong. It's an alarm letting you know something's out of alignment. It's an alarm letting you know it's time to wake up and do something different. Right? So give thanks for even the diagnosis. Give thanks for the fact that, okay, so I was saying to the practitioners in my office that I have a weighted blanket injury. Anybody sleep with a weighted blanket? Anyone? No? No one sleeps with a weighted blanket? I feel like someone, okay, raise your hand high if you're a weighted blanket sleeper. Okay, so there's like 5 of us, okay. All right, so there's 6 of us. Oh, Sindhu just ran through the back door. Okay, so we got some weighted blankets. So do y'all know about weighted blankets, the whole story? Yeah, so this weighted blanket, it gives you, well, for me, what it does is it helps me sleep soundly, and it helps turn my brain off, like, because I think in my sleep, and I'm processing things in my sleep, and so I don't take anything to go to sleep. But the weighted blanket it has the same effect as swaddling a baby, right? It helps them just relax into a deep sleep, right? So I'm giving you all this background to say this. When it's cool outside like it is now, I'm like, oh, I pulled out my weighted blanket. And so here's the thing, though, that I learned about weighted blankets last year is they're not that heavy, but if you fall asleep and an appendage is in a weird position, and you sleep all night without moving, you could have a little injury when you wake up, right? So that's what happened to my right foot. Apparently, it was sort of in a strange position, and when I woke up, it's like, super stiff, super sore, all those things, right? So I'm like limping around and taking Motrin and just doing all these things so I could make sure I could be here because it was extremely painful. And so even when that was going on, even though I wanted to kick myself because I'm like, how did this happen? Because this happened last year. Do I have to give up the blanket? What's going on? But here's the thing. I had to finally just get to, okay, what am I grateful for? Right? What am I grateful for? Okay, I am grateful that I have some Motrin because I normally don't have any medication, right? I'm grateful that I have some arnica cream. I'm grateful. I had to literally just sort of crawl my way up a ladder of gratefulness. And I'm using this as a very small example, but you get the idea, right? Something happens that just irritates you. It dominates your mind. It dominates what's happening. I can't move because this toe, and every time I walk and I put weight on it. And so even in that physical pain that was constantly happening, I had to look at what am I grateful for here? What am I grateful for? And begin to stoke that and stoke that and stoke that and stoke that and stoke that. And then within, 12 hours, it dissipated. From extremely painful, I cannot even put weight on my foot, to now I'm able to put shoes on and be here, right? And the point I'm making is I stopped focusing on the pain and stoking that energy, and I started focusing on, oh, great, I can get my flip-flop on. Okay, I'm so grateful I can do this, right? I leveraged my way out of that intense focus on something I didn't want. So that's my invitation to you. If you're dealing with something physical, dealing with something that is a health-related thing, find a thread that will be your leverage out of that. Are y'all following me? Yeah, it's the same thing with a money issue, right? So if you're facing a money issue, perhaps you need more money in your bank account than you actually have right now. Perhaps you're on a so-called fixed income, and you don't know how you're going to amplify that or grow that, right? Perhaps these are some of the things you're experiencing. And so what I will say to you is this: if that is what you're going through, stop looking at what you don't have and give thanks for everything you do have. If you have a penny in the bank, just give thanks for that, and give thanks for that, and give thanks for that. And every time your mind wants to go to, oh, the bills are coming due, right? Every time your mind wants to go there, go to, I'm so grateful for this penny that I have. I'm so grateful for the dollars that are coming in, right? I'm so grateful for all the money that's flowing into my bank account from places known and unknown, seen and unseen, expected, unexpected, right? And begin to stoke the energy of what it is you say you want, of what you desire to experience. Because when you do that, when you are focused on that, you amplify the energy of that thing. You radiate abundance, you radiate financial ease and flow, and more money shows up to match that. Yeah, are y'all walking with me on this? Yes? So this is how you begin, literally what I'm offering here, because the coach in me has to give you practical stuff that you can actually use. Right? This is how you actually use these tools. This is not airy-fairy. This is not pie in the sky. This is real stuff. Take a look at how we're using gratitude in a reverse way right now in our world collectively. Right? In our world collectively. Every time we are looking at war or looking at violence and looking at shows about violence, and we're investing in shows about violence, and we're clicking on things that have to do with that, we are actively giving gratitude for that, which creates more of that, right? Because you can't fool the law. It is going to deliver whatever you put into it. It is an incredible algorithm that, Mark Zuckerberg wishes he had, right? The law is incredible. It's an incredible algorithm, because the more you stoke into it, you amplify into it, you feed into it, you focus on it, it is going to produce that thing. So we can't watch shows and consume shows about violence and violence and violence and violence and violence and then go, why is there war breaking out everywhere? Well, we're stoking that energy. And then when the war breaks out, then we're watching all this stuff and watching all this stuff on the internet, on TV, watching the news about it, watching what's happening, and we're upset about it, as we should be, but we're also feeding and giving gratitude. It's a form of gratitude. It's reverse gratitude that we're giving and we're stoking, and so it creates more and more and more of the same. Versus, as Marianne Williamson said about the Department of Peace, right? What would happen if all the energy we put into looking at violence, focused on violence, scared of violence, crying about violence, upset about violence, what would happen if we put all of that energy for 24 hours into peace, into love? And we only watched things that had to do with love, and we only spoke of love, and we only feel love, and we only consume love, and we only click on things that have to do with love, and we only pray love. What happens then? Right? Because if you don't feed it, it just dies. If you don't feed the negative, it falls away. Right? So this is how we're already practicing gratitude. Right? Because we're focusing our energy and our attention on a lot of things that we do not want to experience. The election's going to be what it's going to be. And the thing that we can do now is stop focusing on candidates and demonizing and, all the things about candidates, and focus on what do we want to experience as a country? What do we want to live? How do we want to be? Right? Do we want to live in a land of the free, truly? Do we want to live where each person's vote counts, truly? Do we want to live in a land of love where we look at ways to create a world that works for all? Is that truly what we want? Do we want to live in a land where we can be at Thanksgiving dinner with our family and not be in a brawl? Right? Don't we want to do that again? Yeah? And so if this is what we want, we have to focus on that, not on a candidate, not on a personality. We have to focus on a feeling. How do we want to feel? We want to feel united. We want to feel together. We want to feel love and support. We want to feel like we're all working and going in the same direction, don't we? Yeah, so that's what we got to focus on. That's what we focus on. And you vote for who you think is going to be most likely to have the experience you want to feel, who's going to most likely give that to you. But you can't be involved with the personalities and the demonization and all that. It has to be for us in this room who know this teaching, right? For us in this room who are the spiritual, who constitute the spiritual consciousness that will change this world and change this country, we have to focus on how we want to be. How we want to be, how we want to live, how we want to interact with each other, what kind of world we want to live in, what we want our children and our grandchildren to live in. When we focus on the feeling of that, the being of that, then we will have the leadership that reflects that. It's simple, but it's hard to do. Because it feels so good to trash this person and trash that person and talk about that person and like that feels good. I think there must be some kind of dopamine hit we get from that, right? Because it feels really good to do that. It's much harder to let go of that and say, okay, wait a minute. Here's what I really want to feel. This is what it is. And to really feel and sense into that. So I'm going to invite you right now into a quick practice. And so I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and just take a nice deep breath. And breathe all the way into the belly. And just keep breathing. And as you're breathing, I want you to allow something that is in your experience right now that you want to experience differently in the positive sense. And it might be a personal experience. It might be political, it might be collective for the country, it might be for other parts of the world, but something that's on your heart that you want to experience differently. And once you have that, I want you to now begin to think about gratitude. What can you be grateful about in this situation? Whether it's a health diagnosis or a relationship that needs healing, or the incredible violence we see in the world, what do you want to give thanks for about that thing? And just let the gratitude bubble up about it so that it's a stream of, I am thankful for this, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful to see people fully supported. I'm grateful to see the resources going to help others. I'm grateful for how this individual is showing up in my life, whatever it is. And just allow gratitude to bubble up and to bubble up and to bubble up into your experience, your awareness. And as these statements are going through your mind, and I'm going to ask you just to whisper them as I am grateful for. Just whisper them, I am grateful for, and just let that praise and that gratefulness shower the experience that you have in your awareness. Whatever you're grateful for. I'm grateful for the smiles that I see when I walk through the door. I'm grateful for the support and the love, for the emails and the text messages of love. I am grateful for the beauty and the joy. And just let that gratefulness amplify in your heart and amplify in that experience, dissolving anything unlike itself until you feel yourself radiating gratitude about that thing. Radiating gratitude, radiating peace, radiating love, radiating healing, radiating harmony, radiating light. And just feel the energetic of the situation shifting into light and dissolving. And when you feel at peace, go ahead and open your eyes. How are you feeling out there? Peaceful. Yeah. Beautiful. Can you feel a shift in the energy in the room? Can you feel a shift in your own energy? Yeah. So this is the practice that begins and kicks off transformation. It's already happening. So let's turn within for prayer, shall we? And so in this moment, I simply rest in the knowing of the divine presence. This presence that has no beginning and no end, that is forever and ever and ever and ever. The presence that is ever available, that is indestructible, that is unshakable and unstoppable. The presence that is all that there is. So grateful to know this presence as my very life and the life of each one here, knowing that the presence of pure spirit, the presence of God, the presence of the Almighty One is right now out picturing, right now expressing, right now revealing itself in the lives of each one gathered here and each one anywhere. And so I speak the word this morning with complete authority, knowing it is the word of God being spoken through me, as I know for each one divine health and vitality, as I am so grateful to know that the cells and the organs and the tissues of the body and the systems of the body, temple of each one, whole, perfect, and complete, perfectly harmonious. Oh, I'm so grateful this morning to know the absolute truth for each one, knowing a healing in all relationships, knowing that which is toxic is dissolved into nothingness from whence it came, and knowing that the presence of light, the presence of love, the presence of harmony is radiant through every conversation, every interaction, every moment, every look, every glance, every text, every phone call. The presence of God reveals itself as a healing in every relationship that needs it. And I speak a special word this morning for our beloveds who are right now, wanting increased abundance, increased financial abundance, knowing that God is money in action. And that God is abundance and ease and flow. And so I speak the word, knowing that each one is experiencing all needs met in perfect time, in time and on time. And for this, I am grateful. And finally, I speak the word for our beloved community, knowing we are thriving, we are flourishing, we are growing, we are expanding, and life is good. Life is good. Each one blessed and lifted, and for this I am thankful and grateful. And so with deep gratitude, I simply release this word into the law, knowing it is complete, it is done, and so it is. And so it is. Amen.
A place, ain't nobody crying, yo. Ain't nobody lying, lying to the rain. Come on now, I'm gonna there.
I'll take you there.
I'm gonna take you there.
I'll take you there.
I'm gonna take you there.
I'll take you there.
Gonna take you there.
I'll take you there.
I know a place. Ain't nobody crying. Ain't nobody worried.
no. I'll take you there. I'll take you there. Let's go ahead.
Thank you, Simon and the backup team, yes, and the band. And so I just want y'all to know here that we have on the praise team Elizabeth Jade, Reece Whitaker, and Renee Tobias. And we have on drums Billy Johnson, and we have on guitar Dave Maurischat, Bick, and Simon Russell. Thank you. So fantastic. I'll take you there, yes. All right. So I would like to express gratitude and thankfulness and appreciation to some individuals who really helped us have an incredible event with Marianne Williamson on Thursday. If you were not here, it was the place to be. It was an amazing time, an amazing evening. And we will find out if we're able to share the recording or what we can do with that. So I'll get more information about that from Marianne's team. So here's who I'd love to thank. First of all, I want to thank our sponsors for the event. Sindhu Srivastava, who's here. Please stand up, Sindhu. Audrey White, who's not here. Peg Matthews-Grady, Fran Peck, and Reverend Sherry McCreary, who is not here. So Sindhu is here today. Sindhu was our big sponsor, Recrush Events. And Sindhu, I have for you stuff. I have your book and stuff in my office, so great. Thank you so much for making that possible. And I would like to thank our dream team who put this together. So I'm going to name names. Stand up, everybody. Come down to the front really quickly if I call your name. So I have Audrey White, Kademan Grace, Chris. Come on down to the front, please, and get your gift that Jennifer has for you. Kademan Grace, Chris Benson, Deanna Callistra, Debbie Balmasieri, Debbie Slayton, who's not here today. Jenna Brown is not here today. Joanna Ladd, not here today. Joni Quintal, come on down. Kevin Peacock, MVP. Kevin Peacock. Kimberly Scott, Laura Chasmer, Reverend Maureen Ross. I saw Reverend Maureen earlier. Mary Lee Lawson, Patty Hare, Ron Wade, Scott McCulley, who is in the booth, Shauna Lentz, and I think that is it. So thank you, y'all, for incredible work in helping us have a fantastic event. We had almost 200 people here, and for supporting Marianne Williamson, who coming out of this election has been extremely brutal, and so she felt loved here. She felt heard and seen here. She was back in her element here. And so I thank you for making that possible and helpful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Love y'all. All right, it's time for our offering. Thank you, Jen. Okay, as the ushers are making their way to the front, I just want to say thank you again for all that you do, all that you donate, all that you give financially to the community. It allows us to do all the things we do, like bring in speakers like Marianne Williamson, bring in Gypsy Soul, all the things that we do here to keep this 25,000 square foot campus alive. Thank you. So I ask you to take your offering in your hand And if you do it online, just imaginarily take it in your hand to your heart and say the giving affirmation with me, please. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift and send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. All right, take it away.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. Love is my source, love is my power, love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Peace gives me everything. Peace gives me everything I need. Peace gives me everything I need.
Thank you. So wonderful. All right, so it is time now for me to ask, are there newcomers? No? Yes, I mean, it's okay. Okay. Yes. So are there any people here for the very first time? Hey. Welcome. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself here and you will come back to see us. And whether you do or not, please join us in Fellowship Hall for some coffee and I think there's some fruit there, some snacks, and we have a concierge desk that has lots of information about the center. So welcome. And to some of you who may not want to say you're here for the first time, I extend that to you as well. So welcome. All right.
And now it's time for announcements. And our very first announcement is our esteemed Soul Collage leader, Deb Dake.
Wow. That message was so powerful, I had to take my shoes off.
Oh, good.
I mean, it's like a total meditation. Mwah. Love you. So usually I get up here and I do a little clowning, but I really feel so centered in this beautiful place of love. I want to talk to you about Soul Collage from that place. It's not an arts and crafts workshop. That's creative brilliance. Soul Collage is a very profound and intense and very personal and mystical collage process. It's a tool to help you uncover your authentic self, to find answers to questions you didn't even know you had. It's a very profound and moving experience and has brought many of us to tears. Les Lindop gave me permission to tell you he has cried in class. It's just a beautiful, and it's an experience. Unless you've had it yourself, it's very hard to talk about. So join us if you feel moved to travel the journey of to me, by me, through me, and as me. It's a wonderful tool to find some peace around those questions. We have a place for you at the table upstairs at noon, and we'll see you there.
It starts today, right? Yeah. It's today from 12 to 3, and it's upstairs in Ernest Holmes.
Our last class this year.
Last class this year.
And there are snacks up there.
And there's snacks.
So if you're worried about lunch, they have snacks.
Those of you in the new member class, how many people are here right now? Raise your hand if you were in the new member class that's happening. Fantastic. There were 22 people in the new member class that just happened, and those individuals will be, I want to say inducted into the Hall of Fame because of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's not quite what will happen, but you will be installed as a member, and we have a beautiful, beautiful ceremony that we do with that. That happens next Sunday. So make sure you're here and tell your friends who were in the class, be here next Sunday so we can do the installation. And also next Sunday is
the community cookout. We're having our annual community picnic at Bramhall Park, also known as Willow Street Park down the street. And we are asking that you RSVP because we have the main dish is catered with a taco company, a taco truck, and then we bring, and when I say we, I mean all of us, bring drinks, desserts, and salads to share, but the main course is provided, and that's why we ask you to RSVP, so we can plan for that. It's great. It happens right after service, and it's just down towards Meridian at Bramhall Park. This is the one we've all been waiting for.
Yes.
And I do
so I'm
this,
gonna move out of the way.
it's the only time you're ever going to hear me sing on mic. The Bulls are back in town. Bowls of Thanksgiving are here. Thank you. And I brought two
These are my
bowls to
colors.
share
Why
with.
did I need this?
That came from my house,
Oh,
so
okay.
you can't have it.
Can I buy this one? Can I bid on it?
No.
Okay.
There are two events. Now you have to, because I had this all planned. There are two events. We have a super service, which is an eve of Thanksgiving soup night for the community, where we all bring soup and bread and salad. It's so lovely. We do a gratitude service, one of my favorite events all year. And so when is that? Thanksgiving Eve. The other thing we do is called Bowls of Gratitude, and this is in preparation for the soup night. You get to go on your own or with friends and paint bowls at the Art Beat or at Petroglyphs at a ceramics painting place. You buy the bowl, you paint the bowl, you donate the bowl. And the reason you donate it is because then we have an auction, and we auction off the bowls for the soup night, and those funds help send our teens to camp for winter camp and the advisors. And so it's contributing to the community. It's so much fun. Often you donate your bowl and then you bid on your own bowl back, but we have bidding wars. It's a blast. I have a collection of bowls. They're beautiful. Debbie painted this one, Bliss Bowl. And if you want to paint in community, I have a sign-up sheet. So you just give me your email and phone number, and I put together bowl painting parties at Petroglyphs. You pay for yourself, but I put groups of people together so that you are painting with people from the community. It's a lot of fun. And then we ask you to bring the bowls by November 3rd, or you contact me so I can pick them up and have them here by the 10th, which is when the silent auction begins. Sound good? 2 events. How many events? When is the soup night? And when can we paint bowls? You got it. Thank you.
I am so grateful Jennifer is a kindergarten teacher, and so she makes sure that things are very clear and that everybody knows what they're doing. Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome. I said, I'm going to make this interactive.
Yes. Wonderful. This is a wonderful, not only a way to raise money for our teens to go to camp, but it's also just a beautiful time for the community. I think Bowls of Thanksgiving is my favorite thing that we do.
And
here.
I do want to say, you can paint a bowl and not come to Thanksgiving Eve. You can donate a bowl and not bid on it. You can come to soup night without having painted a bowl. We do have other bowls, but there are 2 events, and you can participate in both or either.
Got it. Beautiful. Thank you, Jennifer.
You're
All
welcome.
right. So as the kids, as the young people make their way to the front, the Youth and Family Ministry.
The Youth and Family Ministry.
Youth and Family Ministry
We had
make their way to the front.
Leanne with our youngest, and Dave Field. It was his inaugural time leading the preteens. Yay! Carol Field held down the teens for me because I was here with you. Thank you very much, Carol. And encourage your friends and family. Oh, can I say one more thing about the Bowls of Thanksgiving?
One more.
It is a wonderful way to invite friends to the center, to introduce them to our community.
Yes.
If it's awkward, if you feel weird bringing them on a Sunday, like, come to my church. The Bowls of Thanksgiving is a wonderful way to invite friends who don't know us yet.
Yes. Thank you. Practitioners, make your way down to the front, please. So practitioners are making their way to the front. You will see that they have on purple stoles. Our practitioners are the ecclesiastical arm of our center, one of the ecclesiastical teams, and they are professionals who are trained to pray with you, to sit with you, to know the absolute truth, and to help you transform your life. So if you want prayer before you leave, you can meet someone back in the back corner there, and they will pray with you. Or if you want to meet with them individually, you can talk to them about scheduling that. All right, so it is now time for our final song. Is that it? Yes? Did you have something? You want to say something?
I couldn't remember if affirmations were first and then song, or
Yeah.
so.
All right, so let's stand up and sing I Release, and we will be out of here. Jennifer will do our benediction.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I'm free. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Please repeat after me. I live in gratitude.
I live in gratitude.
Gratitude is the invitation in my life to transformation. It is.
Is the invitation in my life for transformation.
Don't repeat this. Daniel got it. Something wonderful is happening for all of us right now.
Something wonderful is happening for all of us right now.
And so it is.
So it is.